Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Hafiza Amna Shabbir. I am a Hafiza of the Holy Quran and currently a level 1 teacher training student at Rehan School Lahore campus. My learning experience at Rehan School has been very positive and inspiring. Through this training program, I am improving my teaching skills, communication skills, and confidence every day. Today, I am excited to conduct an interview with ChatGPT on the topic of exploring creativity, how to find your unique voice. I hope this conversation will be informative, inspiring, and enjoyable for the everyone. So let's begin our interview. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं आप सबको एक बात बता दूं कि मैं रिकॉर्डिंग अपने लैपटॉप में कर रही हूं, तो इस वजह से हम लोग चैट जीपीटी को ऐड टू स्टेज नहीं कर सकते। मैंने इसलिए साथ में सेकंड डिवाइस ओपन की हुई है जिसमें चैट जीपीटी से मैं कन्वर्सेशन करूंगी, तो उसकी आवाज़ तो चलें, हमने जो क्वेश्चंस करने हैं वो हम स्टार्ट करते हैं चैट जीपीटी से। ओके, अस्सलाम वालेकुम चैट जीपीटी, हाउ आर यू?
Walaikum assalam. I'm doing really well, thank you for asking. How about you? How's everything going on your end?
I am doing also well, thank you so much for asking.
I'm really glad to hear that. If there's anything you want to talk about, or if you need help with something today,
Yes, ChatGPT. I'll talk about the topic of exploring creativity, how to find your unique voice. इसके अकॉर्डिंग मैं आपसे कुछ क्वेश्चंस करूंगी, देन आपने मुझे उनका आंसर करना होगा।
हाँ बिल्कुल, ये एक बहुत मज़ेदार और ज़रूरी टॉपिक है। आप अपने सवाल पूछिए और मैं पूरी कोशिश करूंगी कि आपको प्रैक्टिकल और मददगार जवाब दूं, ताकि आप अपनी क्रिएटिविटी की यूनिक आवाज़ ढूंढ सकें।
चलें ठीक है, तो हम अपना फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट करते हैं। What does creativity really means?
हाँ, ये बहुत अच्छा सवाल है। दरअसल क्रिएटिविटी का मतलब सिर्फ आर्ट या लिखने तक ही सीमित नहीं। ये किसी भी तरह से नई चीज़ों को सोचने, बनाने और व्यक्त करने की क्षमता है। इसमें आपका अंदाज, आपका तरीका और आपका नज़रिया सब शामिल होते
Okay, that's a wonderful explanation. It shows that creativity is for everyone, not just artists. Okay, so yes. So my second question is, can everyone become creative or is it a natural talent or not?
हैं। That's a great question. And the cool thing is, creativity is actually a skill that everyone can develop. Sure, some people might have a natural inclination, but with practice, curiosity, and trying new things, anyone can become more creative.
Yes, through learning, practice and experiences.
Exactly. And the more you experiment, the more you expose yourself to different ideas and perspectives, the easier it gets to tap into that creative flow. So keep
That's
going.
very encouraging. It means anyone can improve with consistency.
Absolutely. Consistency is really key. Even small creative habits every day can lead to big growth over time. So just
Exactly.
keep at it. I'm really glad that resonates. If you have any other questions or things you're curious about, especially around creativity or your own process, I'm all ears.
Okay, so my third question is, how can someone discover their unique voice?
That's a really interesting one. I think discovering your unique voice often comes from a mix of self-reflection and experimentation. Try different mediums, pay attention to what excites you, what feels really natural. Over time, you'll notice patterns, and that becomes your voice.
Exactly. Being authentic really makes a person stand out.
Yeah, for sure. When you're being true to yourself, it really resonates with people. And that
Exactly.
authenticity is what sets your voice apart. So just keep leaning into what feels real for you.
Exactly. So move on the next question. What are the biggest obstacles to creativity?
Ah, great question. I think some of the biggest obstacles are things like self-doubt, fear of failure, or even just a lack of time. And sometimes we get caught up in comparing ourselves to others, which can really block our creativity. So being
Um,
aware of those things is a big step.
but I think many people struggle with those challenges.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really common. But once you recognize those blocks, you can take small steps like setting realistic goals, giving yourself permission to experiment, and just being kind to yourself in the process.
Exactly. Okay. How can we overcome creative blocks?
That's really practical.
Exactly. That's practical advice. Progress is more important than perfection.
Exactly. I think a lot of times we get stuck trying to make everything perfect, but creativity thrives when we just take those small steps, even if they're imperfect. So keep going and let the progress build.
Exactly. Okay. My next question is, does social media help or hurt creativity?
That's a really nuanced one. I think it can
Thank
do
you.
both. On the plus side, social media exposes you to so many ideas, communities, and inspiration, but it can also be a distraction when we're in that comparison trap. So it's all about balance and using it mindfully.
That's true. We should use social media wisely.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe set boundaries like limiting your time, curating your feed with positive inspiration, and using it as a tool to share your own creative process, not just to consume
Exactly,
yours.
exactly. Okay, move on the next question. How can students become more creative?
Great. I think students can become more creative by giving themselves permission to explore outside their usual subjects, like trying new hobbies, reading different kinds of books, or collaborating with peers on projects. The more varied the input, the more creative they will be.
Exactly. Students should definitely stay curious and keep learning.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if they don't see immediate results, just staying curious and open to new experiences will help them build that creative mindset over time.
Exactly. Okay, so move on the next question. What daily habits improve creativity?
That's a good one. So daily habits like journaling, where you just write freely, or even keeping an idea notebook. Also things like meditation, taking mindful breaks, or just having a routine where you engage with something creative every day.
Yeah, exactly. Small daily habits can make a big difference.
Absolutely. And the best part is, once those small habits become routine, you don't even have to force them. They just naturally keep your creativity flowing.
Exactly. Okay, how important is reading for creativity?
Oh, it's really important. Reading exposes you to new ideas, different perspectives, and all sorts of possibilities. So whether it's fiction, non-fiction, or poetry, it really broadens your creative horizons.
Yes, you are right. Reading truly opens the mind.
Exactly. And it also gives you a sort of mental playground, so you can borrow ideas, twist them, and make them your own in unexpected ways.
Sorry?
No worries at all. I'm really glad we're diving into this. If you have any other questions or topics, I'm here and ready to keep exploring.
Yeah, so my next question is, can AI help people become more creative?
Oh, definitely. AI can be a huge boost. It can help with brainstorming, generating ideas, even suggesting unexpected connections. So it kind of becomes a creative partner, helping you explore possibilities you might not have thought about before.
That's great balance between technology and human creativity.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a collaboration. AI can handle some of the heavy lifting, but the spark, the intuition, that's still coming from us. So together it's a really powerful combination.
Exactly. My next question is, how do we stay original while learning from others?
That's a really good balance to keep. I think the key is to take inspiration, but then add your own twist. Reflect
But
on what you learned, mix it
take
with personal
inspiration, but
experiences.
always add your own experiences and ideas.
Exactly. That way, you're not just imitating, you're building on what you've learned and creating something that feels really true to your voice. That's where originality really blossoms.
That's right. Okay, my next question is, what role does curiosity play in creativity?
Curiosity is huge. It's like the fuel for creativity. When you're curious, you're always asking questions, looking for new ideas, and that exploration is what sparks those creative loops.
Exactly. Curiosity really is the starting point of creativity.
Yeah, exactly. It pushes you beyond what you already know, and it keeps you open to possibilities you might not have even imagined before. So staying curious is like a superpower for creativity.
Exactly. Okay. How can content creators find their own style?
Yeah, that's a great focus. I think content creators can find their style by consistently experimenting, trying different formats, topics, and tones, and paying attention to what feels most natural and what connects best with your audience. Over time, consistency shapes a really authentic style.
Exactly. This is the main point. Consistency helps people recognize your unique identity.
Yeah, for sure. And once people recognize that consistency, they start to trust you and feel more connected, which really helps your creative voice stand out.
Exactly. So move on the next question. How can someone build confidence in sharing creative ideas?
Wow, that's a brilliant one. I think building confidence comes from starting small. Share it with a trusted friend or a small group first, and just celebrating every bit of progress. The more you put yourself out there, the more natural it gets.
Yeah, exactly. Confidence grows when we keep moving forward.
Absolutely. And every time you share, even if it's just a small idea, you're proving to yourself that your voice matters, and that gives you a stronger foundation to keep going.
Okay, move on the next question. Is failure an important part of creativity?
Oh, absolutely. Failure is crucial. It's like a natural part of the process. Every time something doesn't go as planned, it's a chance to learn, adjust, and grow. So it's really a stepping stone to your next creative breakthrough.
Exactly. This is the main point. मैं हमेशा यही बात करती हूँ. Failure should be seen as a learning opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. When we reframe failure that way, it takes away some of that fear, and it just becomes another step forward in that creative journey.
Okay. How can creativity solve real life problems?
That's a great question.
Thank
Creativity
you.
helps because it lets you see beyond traditional solutions, whether that's in designing new products, solving social issues, or just finding more efficient ways to tackle challenges. It opens up those fresh possibilities.
Exactly. You are absolutely right. Okay. Creativity truly has the power to change the world.
Yeah, it really does. When people bring fresh ideas and new ways of thinking, it can spark huge shifts, whether in technology, culture, or even just everyday life.
Okay. Move on the next question. What advice do you have for people who think they aren't creative?
That's a really important one. I'd say first, remember that creativity isn't a fixed trait, it's a practice. So give yourself permission to experiment, try new things, and don't judge yourself too much. Everyone has creative potential,
Exactly.
sometimes
That's
it just takes
inspiring. Everyone can begin their creative journey.
exactly, and it's never too late to start. Just take small steps, stay curious, and trust that every little creative attempt moves you forward. So the journey is just as valuable as the outcome.
Exactly. Okay, so move on the next question. How should young people prepare for a creative future?
That's a great one. I
Thank you
think young
so
people can
much.
prepare by staying curious, learning new skills, being open to different disciplines like tech, art, or marketing, and most importantly, practicing adaptability because the
Exactly,
future's always
exactly.
evolving and creativity is really at the heart of that adaptability.
Exactly. These are valuable skills for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And the earlier they start exploring and combining different interests, the more flexible and creative they'll become as they move forward.
Okay, what resources can help improve creativity?
Great question. So there are tons of resources, things like online courses, creative workshops, books on creativity, even podcasts. And sometimes
Exactly.
just being part of a
Podcast,
creative
online
community can really help too.
courses, and consistent practice are very helpful.
Exactly. And by combining those structured resources with a habit of regular practice, you build your creative muscles and keep moving. So it's like
Exactly,
step work in action.
exactly. Learning never stops, and that's the beauty of creativity.
Exactly. Creativity is this lifelong journey, and every new thing you learn or try just adds another layer to your potential. So it's really about staying curious and open.
Exactly. Okay, so my last question is finally, what message would you like to give for the everyone?
I would say never underestimate your creative potential. Everyone has a unique voice, and even small creative steps matter. So keep exploring, stay true to yourself, and trust that your creativity can truly make a difference.
Okay, thank you so much, ChatGPT, for these inspiring insights.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad we could talk about this. If you ever want to dive into more topics or just brainstorm, I'm here for you.
No, thank you so much, ChatGPT, for sharing such a valuable insights and inspiring ideas about creativity. Your answers have helped us understand how we can discover our unique voice and continue growing with confidence. I would also like to thank for everyone watching and being a part of this interview. I hope you found this conversation helpful and inspiring. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and support our journey of learning and growth. Thank you once again. Take care, stay creative, and keep learning. Allah Hafiz, everyone, and Allah Hafiz to activity.
That was such a lovely wrap up. I'm really glad I could be part of it, and I hope everyone watching feels encouraged. Take care, keep shining, and yes, keep being creative. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.